Is this what you wanted, Elizabeth? Is this what you wanted? A Nova inside the lab? This is what you wanted? I swear, Elizabeth's such a moron. Like, how could she think this is the right thing to do? Kill everyone? You know the drug turns people into a Nova. You know the girl has been injected with the drug, but you're helping her anyway. A Nova appeared here? What do you think? Of course a Nova appeared here. You're the one who was helping her. Dude, Elizabeth sucks. Amelia sucks. Elizabeth sucks. Cassie Lockhart sucks. Like, all these girls suck. Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Freezing Vibrations, episode 11. And this one starts off with Scarlett O'Hara telling Amelia about the clones of Maria Lancelot, and she doesn't take it very well. She's kind of an idiot, so, I mean, it should be clear by now that anyone who sides with Amelia, including Amelia, is an idiot, alright? Elizabeth, Cassie, they're all idiots, okay? This is and Amelia shows why she's an idiot here, okay? Scarlett tells her to her face that she's creating these clones of Maria Lancelot so that the Pandoras won't have to fight anymore. And she gets mad about it. Like, you disposed of us. Like, she's talking about all this stupid stuff. Like she thinks that Scarlett sacrificed them specifically so that she could buy time to finish her own experiment or whatever, which isn't true at all. All Scarlett was doing was following her orders, and she's told her that before too. All right. Every time Amelia goes to Scarlett, she says, "Hey, I'm only doing what I'm told. There's nothing I can do about it." Okay, that's what she says every time. Right? She tells her that she's just following her orders. That stuff is above her. Right? And Amelia just ignores whatever she doesn't want to hear. So, so she's acting like Scarlett O'Hara is the bad guy here, and she's literally done nothing wrong. As a matter of fact, she's trying to figure out a way for them to not have to be sacrificed. I mean, she's trying. I don't know. Amelia's an idiot. Elizabeth is an idiot. Cassie's an idiot. And while I like Satella and Rana, in this particular arc, they're idiots too, and that's just how it is. But after she gets mad at Scarlett O'Hara, Amelia, she turns into a Nova, okay? And all these Maria Lancelot clones come out of their tubes, alright? And she ends up absorbing them all, okay? Not all of them. Well, actually, yeah, she did absorb all of them, not thinking about it. Because later on, we see the Maria Lancelot clones, but I think they were, like, shot down as, like, beams of light. Or like, not beams of light, but, like, circles of light. Like, spheres, and they just came down, all of a sudden they were there. And so, yeah, I guess it's safe to say that she absorbed all of them. But, after she turns into a Nova, she ends up heading for the generator, the photon generator that Roxanne so generously told us about a few episodes ago. And Gango Aoi shows up, and he talks about how, like, if that photon generator is destroyed, it would be a global disaster. So I think this would be a great time to congratulate Elizabeth and her group on betraying everybody, betraying all the Pandora, betraying Chevalier, becoming traitors to do what they thought was right, which is destroy the world. So I think this is a great time to congratulate them for being idiots. All right. This is Shard tried to tell him. Julia tried to tell him. Chiffon tried to tell him. But they didn't listen. For some reason, it just didn't click, taking this drug turns you into a Nova. We're helping the girl that is turning into a Nova. The longer it takes for her to get out. Well, actually, no, it doesn't matter. Even after she gets outside, she's going to turn into a Nova. So it's inevitable. She's going to turn into a Nova. But instead of keeping her in here and getting rid of her, we're going to help her escape and get outside to all the people, where she will then turn into a Nova and start killing people. For some reason, that stuff just didn't click. All right, and what's worse is that the situation is even worse than in my scenario, because she transformed before she got outside, and now she's heading for the photon generator, where she's going to practically destroy the world. All right, so congratulations again to Elizabeth and Co. All right, uh, they suck. I'm sorry, but they suck. Right? Like I said before, I like Satella, and I really do like Rana. She's one of my more favorite characters in the series. But in this particular arc, they suck. Right? And that's that. Um, One thing that is worth mentioning here, though, is that when Gengo Aoi points out the fact that the Nova was created, like it wasn't a Nova that came from another dimension, it was created here. The E-Pandora project is responsible for turning Amelia into a Nova. It turns out that Secretary Spencer didn't even know anything about that. He wasn't aware of the fact that these girls were turning into Nova because of Mark IV. Right, so, I mean, he's not as evil. Again, we already knew he wasn't evil because of Char in her flashbacks. We already knew. But now it's even more apparent. He didn't even know that they were turning into Novas. So he knew that Gina died, but he didn't know that she died because she was turning into a Nova and she had to be disposed of. I mean, he was the one that gave the order for Char and all the others to go take her out, but he wasn't, I guess you could say, he wasn't aware of the fact that the reason, I think he believed that she was just betraying them, like Amelia and Rattle and all the others, they tried to escape and all that. I think he believed it was just something like that. I don't think he believed that it was her losing control and turning into a Nova and all that. He wasn't aware of all those facts. Okay, so yeah, Secretary Spencer not nearly as evil as people think, which we already established thanks to Char, but here it's even more apparent. So yeah, Gengo Aoi, he materializes. He mobilizes a bunch of Pandoran limiters, all of them, I think, and they're all about to go after Amelia, but she does this like mental deterioration type of move or technique or something like that, and the more compatible you are with Stigmata, the more you end up being affected by it. So a lot of the Pandora are in pain right now, grabbing their heads and all this stuff. But Satella gets the brunt of it because she has really high compatibility with her heroic Stigmata, which are Kazuha's. And in the end, she needs to be saved by Rana. Rana, not Kazuya, Rana. Which was pathetic. I'll just come out and say it's pathetic. Kazuya is her love interest, but he proves himself as the guy who never does anything in this arc. And he's not good enough to save her on his own. Rana has to come in and help. It's pathetic. Kazuya sucks. I mean, it's just in the manga he's good, but in the anime they just make it look like crap. It's ridiculous. And after that, that entire scene just bored the crap out of me. It really, I had trouble paying attention during that part. Okay, I just didn't care. All right, so I'm not even going to talk about the specifics of what was going on there. I'm just going to skip to what happened after that, where we see Isuna, that one Pandora that the only one that really talked to Gengo Aoi this episode. We see her, and she's leading all these Pandoran limiters, including Julia, that piece of crap, Cassie, Roxanne, a few others, and Holly Rose and Lewis were there. Holly Rose and Lewis. Okay, I stopped checking for filler like weeks ago because I just got tired of it because there was just so much. But I didn't even need to check to know that this was filler. Holly Rose and Lewis should not be there. Okay, they shouldn't be there. This is ridiculous. Why are they? Well, who knows what's going to happen now? Maybe Satella's going to meet up with them. I don't. Maybe Roxanne is going to meet up with them. Elizabeth sucks. So, no, I guess it doesn't matter. Even if I mean, so does Lewis. So, I mean, they both suck. So maybe they'll meet up and talk. I don't know. Hopefully not, but hopefully they don't do anything more with this filler crap. Then, if they weren't going to do anything more with it, then they wouldn't have bothered having them there. Oh my god. The staff in charge of this season of the anime is awful. They're just awful. I'm sorry, they just are. The only enjoyable part of this entire episode was seeing Chiffon at the end. That's it. She activates this form called Antinova, or Anti-Nova, whichever you prefer. And she finally opens her eyes, and it turns out her eyes are the same as the Maria Lancelot clones, which goes back to what she said last episode about her being a true Pandora. So, you know, do with that what you will. We don't learn too many details about that until the next arc, or maybe it was the end of this arc. I don't really remember, but yeah, that's it for the episode. I mean, this episode was just not that good. It really wasn't. I mean, you know, thinking back, honestly, I just got done talking about the episode, and I can't remember a single thing I liked other than Chiffon at the end. Amelia sucked. The mobilization of the Pandoras was meh. Like, who cares? They didn't accomplish anything. They started fighting those Maria Lancelot clones, but that's about it. They didn't do much. Gango Aoi, sure, that was, I guess that was cool. But I mean, we had that crappy scene with Satella and Rana and Kazuya. I mean, there was just not that much that was good. Nothing enjoyable in this episode except for Gango Aoi and Chiffon at the end. So I'm just going to give, and that wasn't even that much. So I'm just going to give this episode a 5.5 out of 10. I mean, it's not being generous. It's just not that good of an episode. But that's it for now, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
この手を離すもんか負けな力